Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Excuse the dressed down appearance, but today we are going to online source together. So grab your notebook, get a pen. This is gonna be really simple, but take some notes because the next time you want to online source, you can use this to reference. Okay, so this is clearly a different day. I've got a different outfit on, but I'm going to share my screen and we are going to online source together. So many of you asked me questions about how do you online source, how do you even start doing it. So this is going to be my beginner introductory video on how I online source and how you can do it from your home, from the comfort of your couch, your bed, wherever you are. So let's share screens here. Okay, so you're gonna see me in the right-hand corner here, so I might look off the distance to look at myself because I do that sometimes, but we are going to source on Poshmark. I figured most of my viewers are Poshmark sellers, and Poshmark's a really easy platform to source on. So if I'm not looking directly at the camera, don't get mad at me. I just need to look and see what's going on the screen. So here we are on the Poshmark page. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that your category here in the upper left-hand corner, right next to the Poshmark logo, is on listings, not people. This will then give you the ability to search for whatever brand you want to search for, or item, or listing, doesn't matter, right? So let's start off with something very basic that I feel like most people have knowledge on, and that would be Madewell. We're going to look at Madewell, we're going to look at Lululemon, and then we're going to throw in a luxury brand just because. All right, so now I have typed in Madewell. Once you get to the page where your search results for Madewell show up, as you will see here, you're going to come over to the left-hand side, and for me personally, I'm going to select women as a category. I am not going to make a subcategory selection, so I'm not going to select jeans or sweaters or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it as is, and I want to see what pops up because not everyone uses the specifications within the categories, so we're going to leave it as is. I'm then going to scroll down to where it says brands, and instead of leaving all brands selected, I'm going to just select Madewell. So this means whoever has created this listing has selected Madewell as their brand and they have not left it blank. I just like to do that to narrow down the search because there are times where an item will pop up on screen that is not Madewell, and it's actually a different brand, but that individual has used some type of keyword that they shouldn't have that includes Madewell. So the search engines are picking that up and they're incorporating it in the listings. So I make sure that I select Madewell here in the brands. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. I'm going to leave all sizes selected. If I was searching for just myself, then I would then select my size, but I'm searching for selling purposes. We're going to go to all sizes. We're going to leave all colors selected. And for right now, we're going to keep the prices at all prices. I am not going to filter it down, but there are instances, and I will show you that in probably the next brand that we search, how I use the price feature as well. But for this one, we're just going to leave it on all prices, and then everything else will stay the same. I have all types as selected, all conditions, and then all available items. You can also use this functionality if you want to see the latest items that have sold. So you're going to click sold items down here, and that will show you all the recent solds. You can do that with certain categories as well, so it gives you a better understanding as to what's selling and at what price point. But for these purposes, we're leaving it on all available items. So let's scroll up here to the top. What are the first things that I do? I basically just start scrolling. I have no rhyme or reason to what I do. I'm just scrolling to see what's out there, what people are posting, at what price point. If I start finding things that are in a price point that I'd like to pay, then I will start creating new tabs. I'm just scroll through. There's no real rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I want to see what good deals are out there, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. So if you're watching and you'd like to do this with me, you can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer or iPad, whatever it is that you have. Type Madewell into your top bar, make those selections, and let's do it together. Obviously, the items that are going to be coming up are going to be different because I am doing this at 4 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you're doing this whenever you're watching the video. But you can still play along. All right, so I'm just going to start scrolling. As soon as I start finding things that I like, I'm going to open up a new tab, and then we'll go back to those tabs as we go along. So right off the bat, there's a lot of tops. I'm not one to source tops unless it's very unique and or has a following. I'm definitely looking, when I'm looking for Madewell, I'm looking for jeans, I'm looking for dresses, I'm looking for shoes, coats, anything like that. Which right now I'm not finding much. I will also say time of day makes a big difference when you're searching. There are times that I search, like right now at 4 p.m., probably not the best time. East Coast time, later at night, like 8 p.m. to midnight is a really great time on the East Coast, or earlier in the morning when I first wake up. But you never know. I might still find something. So there are lots of jeans and lots of tops are listed. The jeans are all priced high, so I can't do that. And the tops are just not really worth my time. Now, there's always an exception to the rule, and the exception is if I am bundling things from someone's closet and there are tops in there that are Madewell or other brands that I can incorporate to get my bundle price, like get my price at a better price point because it's a bundle, then I'll do that. So here's a prime example at what you should not do. And I'm sorry for whoever this is. I apologize in advance. Maybe this is just an error on your part. You see here that these are frame denim white high rise le skinny. These are jeans. They're new with tags. We can see that they're a size 32. It says Madewell as the brand. So I just want to open this up in a new tab, and I want us to just look at it. And it could just be an honest mistake by the person, but there are specific people that will do this all the time, and they'll start hashtagging things at the bottom here, and they'll tag different brands when it's really another brand. My guess is this was just a mistake on the seller's part because there's nothing in here that would suggest that they're doing this intentionally. But out of curiosity, I'd like to just look at her listings. Yeah, all her other listings are fine. So that is just a mistake on the seller's part, which happens, and I've done it too. But there's a good example of a brand popping up that doesn't need to be there, right? All right, let's keep searching here. These are old Madewells. That's a definite no. These are 32. That's still too high for a pair of jeans. Okay, these are the Madewell Emmett wide leg crop pants. They're $30. I have sold these before. I've sold them new at tag though, and they've sold for full asking. Oh, here we go. Here's a pair that I like that I've sold. We're still going to open those up though, because I want to see. Got some Madewell sandals for $17. All right, I'm going to scroll a little bit more, and then we will look at those 3 tabs that I opened, and then I'll show you what my next process is once I go through the tabs. It's a little too much for the jean jacket. So as you can also tell, this becomes like a rabbit hole. You just keep going, keep going, keep going, and you can't even help it. Just endless scrolling, almost like Netflix, right? When you just can't stop and you're just mindlessly scrolling through things. But you're not necessarily choosing anything or selecting anything, I should say. All right, we're going to stop here. We're going to go into the tabs because this can get really boring and repetitive. So here we have the Madewell Emmett wide leg crop, size 26. This is just what it says in the description, and then you'll see here that there's a small spot in the picture. So the first thing that I always do is I check every single photo. So this is the spot that she's talking about. I don't know if that's a spot that can be removed or not. It looks like it could be. But here's the reason why I'm not even going to bother bundling this is because of the color. And while I have sold the Emma wide leg crop in various colors, this particular color can be really difficult to sell. The light pinks don't generally do too well, and they're very specific to the springtime. I've sold olive green, and I've sold like a burnt orange color, and I've sold the regular jean style of this as well. Those sell really fast. But here's the next thing I do is I click on the person's profile, and I like to see what else does this person have in their closet. Is there a way for me to create a bundle? Is there a way for me to start a conversation with this individual? And I'll just start scrolling and see if there's anything that I can find. So she has outdoor voices. That's too expensive. I can't pay $40 for a pair of leggings. A lot of brands that I won't necessarily sell myself. Let's see, scroll a little bit more, see if we find anything else. We have the Madewell piece. It's a sweater, and I'm not trying to pick up sweaters right now. J. Crew, Finders Keepers, basic dress, not really feeling it. All right, I think we can skip this closet. There's nothing else really here that I want to even attempt to bundle, so we're just going to close out and go to the next tab. So I have sold these exact jeans at least 10 times, and they've always sold for a good amount of money, between $55 and $75. So you can see she's asking for $36, which at the present moment may not be doable, but oh, these are not the same jeans. These are a low rise, and these are a skinny, and no, these are not the same. Not the same jean. This is why you need to look at all the pictures in the listing. This image does not match this jean. So we can say goodbye, but before I do that, I do want to check their closet and see what else they have. There is some Madewell, but American Eagle. Yeah, we can bypass this as well. Okay. Here's the last tab we have open for Madewell. So we've got Madewell black lace up flats, only worn a few times, still a lot of life left in them. They're gladiators. Here's the pictures. Not the best pictures, but you can tell that they're in really good condition. $17 is a good price. I'm just going to click add to bundle. And here's my thought process behind add to bundle. As soon as I realize that there's an item in this person's closet that I could theoretically purchase and then sell myself, I'll just start adding things to bundle. Sometimes you get offers right away. Sometimes you get people reaching out and asking if you're interested. Sometimes nothing happens. It doesn't matter to me what happens. Sometimes I add things in and wait before I send an offer to see if the individual is excited to sell. And sometimes I send really aggressive offers or free shipping or discounted shipping. But we're just going to create a bundle right now before we do anything else. Let's check out the closet, see what else they have. Well, these hair ties are cute by Anthropology. Not that I need hair ties. This is interesting because other items in the closet are priced fairly high, but those Madewell sandals are not. Like this Free People Movement bra, a sports bra is $46. Lululemon $105, not for sale. This is interesting. By the way, this cream right here, really good. Just in case you were wondering. Okay, this is interesting. All right, we're just gonna leave that as is. I don't know. I don't really have any other thoughts to this. I don't know why these are priced so low in comparison to everything else. The other thing I would do with this, and we can do this with actually let's do it with these sandals. If I want to get more information item and I don't have any specifics on it, like here, I only have Madewell black lace-up flats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually screenshot a picture of these shoes. So let me just click on the listing, and I'm going to screenshot. So I'm in a Mac, so that's Command Shift and the number 4. I am going to screenshot this. I am going to save it to my desktop. And I'm then going to open a tab and go into Google Images. And inside of Google Images, we are going to use Google Lens. So if you do not use Google Lens, I highly recommend you look into it. And basically, Google Lens is a way for you to search for items that you don't have specific information on. So let's say there's a pair of, I don't know, a pair of shoes like I'm doing right now that you're looking for that have very specific features to them, and you don't know the style name, and you put it into Google Lens, and it will either bring up that specific item or it will give you other shoes that are similar to it. It's sometimes difficult to do with like black leggings. Leggings that have more distinct patterning on it are easier. And then certain dresses, I like to use it on dresses just to see what a certain style would be called, or I'm looking for that specific style. So Google Lens is a great tool. If you're on desktop, this is how you can do it. And if you're on your phone, you can download the Google app and you can use Google Lens that way. So we are going to take this picture of the shoes screenshot and we're going to drag and drop it into the search bar for Google. And we're going to see what comes up. I honestly don't know if anything's going to come up, to be honest with you. Probably not. So we're going to look at visually similar items. And oh, okay. No, those are a little different, right? Yeah, those are a little different, but those are made well. Not finding anything. This is a really bad example. Sorry about that. So let's do this. Let's Madewell Gladiator lace up sandal black. Using my keywords here to see what I can find. Here it is. It is called the Bridget. And it looks like someone has it for sale for $29.99 on eBay. I'm just going to take this Madewell Bridget leather lace-up gladiator sandals. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to then search it within Google. And I want to see what comes up, what they retailed for. Like I want a little more information so I can see if the shoes are even worth buying and if it's worth it for me to offer maybe, I don't know, 15 or 10, right? So it looks like they sold on Madewell at a sale price of $49.99. They're on Tradesy for $44. Do we see any out of stocks right here? Out of stock on Poshmark in red for $27. Sorry if you hear people talking in the background. In an Italian household, and we get loud here sometimes. We're not yelling, we're just talking. Okay, so I'm going to say this is probably a pass for me. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it, even if I were to get them for 10. So we're just going to move on. And if I can move this little bar, you guys can't see this, but there's a bar up here for Zoom and I can't do anything. All right, we've removed that. All right, so that's Madewell. Let's do another one. Let's do good old Lululemon right here. Lululemon. Same process. We're going to do it all over again. Repetition is great when you're learning, so that's what we're going to do. We're selecting Lululemon. We're selecting women's as the category. Now for Lululemon, I am going to get specific. When I select women's, I am then going to go into pants and then I'm going to click on the leggings. I am not going to do a blanket search on Lululemon. We're going to get specific on this. That is a great price on these leggings. We're going to open this up. I don't know why it's not dropping down the categories. There is a little bit of a delay and I'm not sure why. All right, we're just going to leave it on women's because it's just not cooperating. That's fine. So let's just scroll on through here. I'm really only looking at leggings. I'm not looking at anything else, unless it's like a puffer jacket or like a scuba hoodie or something like that that is worth it for me to grab. Let's see. I am not seeing much. A lot of tops, and here's the thing with Lululemon, I'm not really grabbing tops. It's not something that I like to sell unless I'm finding it at a really good price point. Even with leggings, I'm not grabbing the floral patterns unless it's like, $10 or less. I'm not going to grab the floral patterns. They tend to sit a little bit longer. Yeah, this is not going well. Lululemon is usually harder too when it comes to searching and finding deals on. It's really what you can find at that moment in time. Most Lululemon is going to be priced up. We have some Lululemon capris, but let's just click on them and see what happens because they're priced at $25. These are cute. See what I mean? The Lululemon, like any of the puffer jackets or anything like that, like the resale is super high on it. But I have yet to find a Lululemon puffer at a good price that I could resell it at. I am not seeing anything, and for whatever reason, there is a delay, and I think it's because of me recording on Zoom. Things are taking a little bit longer to load on my end. This is an epic fail. There's just nothing. Now, I will say, I am not like a Lululemon expert, and I know there are unicorns that exist out there in the Lululemon world that I'm sure are on Poshmark. I just don't know them. And you might be looking through this and being like, oh my God, Daniela, you need to select that one. I know it's up $50, but you could resell it for $300. Like, those pieces exist, but I am not an expert, so I don't know. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. So actually, let's do this one too. I know it says $30, but let's just see, because just because something says $30 doesn't mean they're not willing to come down. It doesn't mean you can't make bundles of other things to then decrease the cost of goods price. I think it's important to remember that. All right, let's just look at these few tabs. Let's just move on. All right, so these leggings I have sold time and time again, and I've sold them for $80 and up. Not all of them are made equal, so I think it's really important to remember that. And these are not black. They are a bluish green color, as you can see in the description, so teal. They are a teal color, but that doesn't mean no. I'm going to like it. And I'm going to see what else is in this person's closet. Is there anything else that I might want to bundle? We've got a Gymshark bra, but that's $40. Patagonia, it's just a t-shirt. Not seeing much here that I want to bundle. Okay, so there's nothing but those leggings. That's okay. I just like them. I'll give it a little bit, see if she sends me an offer or anything like that. I have to move myself out of frame because it's driving me crazy. Okay, so we're just gonna move on, right? We're just gonna carry on, see if she sends us an offer. If she does, cool. If not, it's all right. These look faded. They're either faded or it's the lighting. And they're definitely pilled, but that pilling doesn't stop me from buying things. I can easily take care of that on my own. Let's see what else is in her closet. I don't love those leggings, but I do want to see what else is in her closet. She has 314 listings total. Athleta, Club Monaco moto jacket. That is a nice moto jacket. That is a hefty price. Yeah, I can't afford anything in her closet. This is beautiful, this anthropology piece. Can't afford what's in her closet, but it's okay. I still like to look and see what's in there. Wow, look at all these pieces. Wow. I love scrolling through and seeing what people have in their closets. It's so fascinating what people find. And yeah. So some of you might be thinking, what if you buy from a reseller? Like, do you hide your identity? Do you buy under a different closet name? No, I'm under my closet name, as you can see right here. Here it is. It's my closet. I never buy things outside of my closet. Like, here it is. This is my closet, and that's just how I do it. Resellers buy from resellers all the time, and you never know who's buying from you, really, because I could be buying it for myself. It just so happens that I'm looking so I can buy things to source. But yeah, here's the last Lululemon piece. Then we're going to move on to a luxury brand to research. These are also are they wide leg? Oh, they're flare leg. Look at that keyword right there. Lululemon Yoga Flare Leggings, aka yoga pants. Let's see, what else do you have in this closet? She's 918. This is Yeah, there's nothing in here for me either. So we're just going to close out of that and we're going to move on to the luxury. So today we are going to look at how to source also luxury within this sourcing guide that I'm giving you. You can do this with every single brand. I just thought it'd be more conducive to learning if I showed you two brands that everyone can typically either find in their area or would feel comfortable sourcing. People are not comfortable sourcing luxury online, and I completely understand that. And there are so many reasons as to why you should start sourcing for luxury online. But I think it's important to at least get familiar with the way to do it. I know people have questions about authenticity and all that kind of stuff, and that comes with practice. It comes with understanding the luxury market. It also comes with the understanding of knowing that when you're sourcing for luxury online, especially on Poshmark, if it's over a certain price point, they're going to authenticate it, right? But if you're buying a resale, you're more than likely not going to pay up to that $500 point unless it's like a rare piece. You're typically going to pay between that 50 to like 250 mark. So Poshmark is not authenticating in that instance. However, you, when you receive the item, can absolutely get it authenticated with a third party, no matter who the third party is. You will get a response back from the third party within 24 hours time. So you are within the 3-day window for you to be able to open a case and get your money back if the item is not authentic. But you need to have proof for that, right? So never be afraid because of authenticity. I think that's not a good reason to be afraid to source online because there are ways to get around it. And of course, I am always accessible if people have questions. It's hard sometimes to navigate and see if something's authentic or not. But there are some like key indicators that you can look for between stitching and labels and all that kind of stuff. But that is a much broader topic that requires way more time and energy to discuss. So for right now, we're going to search a brand. And the brand we're going to search is Christian Dior, because I find that Christian Dior is easier to find on Poshmark and easier to distinguish if it is real or not. I will also say when you're looking for certain brands on here, like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Gucci in particular, those three brands, there are a lot of replicas. So please be cautious. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is, especially with those three brands. Like I said, there are some key indicators you should be looking for, but let's look at Christian Dior because I feel like that's a safer brand for me to experiment with all of you and kind of take you through that process. So here we are. I am going to actually look at the categories if it allows me to. If I click on women's, oh, okay, wait, what is this? Does this always show up? Are these key terms within the listing? I don't know. What is this up here? Do you guys know what this is? All these words? Are those key terms within the listing that they're pulling, that Poshmark is pulling? I never do this on the computer, so this is why I'm like stunned by that. But the categories popped up. So what I'm going to specifically click on here is bags, and we're just going to leave it at bags. I'm not going to go any further than that. I mean, I guess I could, but we're just going to leave it at bags. So we are going to start looking and seeing what we can find. There are a couple things you need to keep in mind. Dior, Chanel, YSL, there's a few other brands. Also have cosmetic lines as well. So you may see some bags that look very inexpensive, but they're cosmetic bags. So please be mindful of that. I'm going to tell you right off the bat that these are fake. These are not real. None of this is real. None of it is. And I will show you. So they exist. So just be mindful. Okay, here's a Speedy. I don't foresee myself finding something that I'm probably gonna like and put an offer on. Finding luxury is a little different. But I wanted to at least show you guys, this is just a good educational experience for you to see how you could be looking for these things, right? This is a cosmetic pouch. That's a really pretty Dior bag with flowers. So you can see some of these price points are very high, not necessarily meant for sourcing, but I want to see what that is too. So it's a rare piece and the price is low, which makes me question You will see a lot of monogram pieces, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know if I'd sleep on that. I think monogrammed Christian Dior, there are a lot of brands coming back with monogram, and if you can find it at a good price point, even if it's at thrift store, I would get it because I think there's a market for it. Love this bag. Let me see. Let me see. I am like striking out today. This was not a good time to film this. Let's change the category because it looks like bags is just not going to be it. Let's go to shoes. And this is literally what I do if I wasn't recording this right now. If I'm not finding anything, I'm going to go to the next category. The other thing too that I didn't mention the first two, but I'll mention it now because you can do this either way. You can go to just shared, which is the item that has just been shared now in the sort by section, or you can click the drop down, which is something that I do as well, and I go to just in. So that's all the items that were just now posted, which I like to do that as well. So you see these heels here are priced at $150. That's still too high for me. If I'm gonna buy luxury shoes, generally they're going to be under $100, under 100. There are instances where I will pay up the 100 mark or higher, but for the most part, we're going to stay under $100. So a lot of these are over that price point. Let's see if we can find anything. Dior boots, 9.5. These would probably fit me. Okay, here we go. Another instance where we have Louboutins, whether they're real or not, I don't know because I haven't clicked on the listing. And they have Christian Dior as the brand. So that happens. Okay, here we go. Christian Dior boots for $150. Typically, boots can resell for higher amounts, but again, style has a lot to do with it. All of that fun stuff. We're going to open it up. We are going to check it out and see what happens. Anything else here that I'm seeing that I might want to review? Sorry, I keep itching my face. My hair is like in my face and driving me crazy. And it's making my face itchy. I'm not seeing anything else really worth searching for. Okay, so let's go into these few tabs that we have open. So here's the first one where I told you it's, oh, this is not fake. I stand corrected. This is not fake. This is a repurposed crossbody bag. It is a cosmetic pouch that they have repurposed. I love this. What a great way to upcycle. Great way to upcycle, but not something that you could send into the real or anything like that. This is cool. I like that. If I were to buy that for myself, I would like it. So repurposed bag. See that? Not a fake. That's pretty neat. I don't know if that infringes on anything like trademark wise or anything like that. I don't know. So this is the Dior women's shoulder bag. It is rare according to this individual, but I'm not seeing any markings that say Dior. Here we go. This does not appear to be authentic just by this, what I'm seeing right here. The stitching, the cut of the patch, the font. You see how the eye is a little crooked right there. Doesn't 100% match Dior's aesthetic. The zipper qualities, this is a great lesson on authenticity and the things you should be looking for. That zipper does not look like something that Dior would create. You can see here the cloth material and the messiness, not something that Dior would have. I've never seen anything like this from Dior, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And this is how I just like to double check sometimes, is I'll screenshot this as well, and I will go back to it in a second so I can look and see. Did Dior create something that's similar to this? Just to see here. So now you'll start seeing all these comments come through. Is this authentic? Can you take a picture of the tag? I don't know. This doesn't seem authentic. Doesn't mean it isn't authentic, but this doesn't seem authentic. And the way the zipper and all of this looks doesn't appear to be authentic. And the bag itself doesn't have anything else that would be distinguishing to Dior. Like it's not on the buckle, or at least she's not showing it. Let's go into this person's profile and see what else they have. That's a good price on the Doc Martens. It is possible that that bag is vintage. And it has piqued my interest, and we'll go back to it and we'll look. But I want to go through these other listings here as well. So let's see. We have these combat boots by Dior. There are shoes that are not authentic as well. So you always want to be careful. Shoes and handbags, they are definitely something that people replicate. I honestly have no idea if these are real. I've never seen a boot like this by Dior, but that doesn't mean it didn't exist. Oh, is this a better photo of them? Is it the same photo as them? Why did it do that? Let's go back. Interesting. It's not loading that photo. So this individual has 5 listings. This can't be authentic. There's no way. No, this is not authentic. So my guess is those shoes are not authentic either. Not authentic. Okay, says it right there. Not authentic. But I want to click on these boots. Just curious. She is beautiful. Totally creeping, but she's beautiful. Okay, it's not letting me click on. Oh, here we go. Are these the same boots? Let's zoom in. This doesn't seem right. Nothing about this seems right to me. Let's go here. The beauty of zooming in. Sorry, I'm like coming in really close to my laptop to look at that. Can't really make out the sole. These, I'm going to say, are not authentic. This is very messy. I've never seen stitching done this way for Christian Dior. The leather looks very tough. It looks hard. It doesn't look very soft. But like I said, it doesn't mean that they did not make a boot like this. It's very possible that they are authentic. But just going off of pictures, I don't get a good feel for them. So we are moving on to these lubes that were labeled Dior. So I'm confused. My guess is this is again a mistake by the individual. I also want to note that if you find Christian Louboutins and they have the box and the duster, it still doesn't mean that they're authentic. There are a lot of other factors that need to go into it, including even looking at the entire box. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into things that are faked. So let's just see what this person's closet looks like. I'm curious if this is just an error, right? So if he just made an error and he meant to put Christian Louboutin, but he put Dior, which that's what it looks to be. It's got some Jimmy Choos here. All right. So we're just going to go with it's an error. So we're going to get out of that. Let's see if I can move this. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's go back to that Dior bag. I want us to, oops, I meant to go to images. So I have that screenshot of the Dior bag. I'm going to go into Google Image and we're going to look and see if we can find anything. I'm going to say we're probably not. I don't think that bag is authentic. Yeah, there is nothing coming up with Christian Dior. All right. We're going to say that that's probably not authentic. But as you can tell, or as you can see, I should say, when I am looking at luxury items, It's definitely more labor intensive. I'm definitely doing more work. I'm zooming in. I'm looking at the stitching. I'm looking at the label. Um, I'm going through people's closets a little more meticulously to see, like, do they sell a bunch of luxury items? Is it, like we said, that upcycled item, which is great. I'm glad to see that people are upcycling in that way, but not necessarily something that I would pick up to sell or to send off to the real. So there's a little bit more work that goes into it, and I don't want to, spend too much time on it. But that was a good introduction to like what it could look like. This is what I do when I source online. There's really nothing else that goes on that like that's some big mystery or anything like that. Like what you see is what you get. I just go on, I type a brand, and I see what I can find. And sometimes I spend 15, 20 minutes on it, and sometimes I spend 2 hours on it. It really just depends on my mood and what I'm finding. And as you can see today, which was awful because I'm recording, but there wasn't much out there. If I were to record this maybe later on tonight, and or I could look again later on tonight, there probably will be a little bit more. Like I said, this time is just an odd time. Um, so yeah, a lot of it is timing. A lot of it is just luck of the draw and what you're finding that day and what brands you're searching for. I have missed plenty of amazing, amazing items just because I'm not on Poshmark all day long searching for things. It happens. There'll always be something else. And I think online sourcing is such a great way to acquire inventory so that you don't have to go out if you have a busy schedule or you don't feel safe to go out, or it's hard to find certain inventory in your area. Like, this is the way to do it. You can perfect it. You can get really great at it. It takes a little bit of time, but man, when you figure it out and you find your groove, the possibilities are endless. So I hope this was helpful for all of you. And maybe we'll do like an online sourcing live thing someday. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll online source together on a YouTube live, and we can go through the process, and I don't know, I can help you guys out almost face to face, but not really. And we can just get better online sourcing. And I think the next video I want to do on online sourcing will be specific to eBay, because that's brand new to me in terms of sourcing on there. I don't really source on eBay, but I think there's some great opportunities when it comes to sourcing on eBay. So yeah, stay tuned. That will be another video coming your way real soon. All right, guys, that's it. That is how I online source on Poshmark. It's really easy, and it doesn't require a lot of work on your part. It actually can be really fun to sit down and experiment with different brands, see what you can find out there. Next time I do this, we're going to try sourcing on eBay, which I have never done. Poshmark is like second nature to me, so I'm really excited to try that and see how it goes. So until next time, bye.